Okay, to the game. It's the first ever tournament matchup between these two, and early on, it was all about the Blue Devils D. Specifically on Mark Sears, the Crimson Tide guard had 34 points against BYU in the Sweet 16, but he had just 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting in the first half. He finished with 6 points overall. Ouch. How about Duke's offense? Up 11, when Tyrese Proctor finds Kaman Maluwach for the alley-oop. Then a few plays later, Cooper Flagg gets the layup to go plus the harm. He had 10 points after 1. Duke led by 9 after 20. And in the second half, Con Knipple gets inside before banking it off the glass. Later, he gets inside before finding Sion James for the flush. He finished with a game-high 21 points and 5 assists. And a few plays later, Duke up 7. Flagg gets to the baseline. Oh, that's a nice baseline floater for Overseers. Ensuing Duke possession, Proctor loses the ball, and Maluwach is there for the jam. The Blue Devils made over 53% of their field goals. They move on to their first Final Four in 3 years.
How slow does the game seem to you, and how do you read it so well?
I mean, I'm a slow guy, so I try to make it slow. I tricked a couple, but I'm glad most of them went down.
We just have such a talented team. Each night could be somebody else's night. I think tonight Con kind of stepped up and had the ball a lot. We ran a lot of actions for him. Tyrese was huge for us. I mean, I think it's just having so many talented guys on the team. It's not going to be your night every night, and just don't hang your head. Just keep playing hard. Somebody talked about just winning the 98%, doing all the little things. So just not letting the shots affect anything else you do, and just knowing that the rest of the guys got my back and are going to make those plays.
Number 3, Texas Tech trying to take down the number 1 ranked Florida Gators midway through the second half. Red Raiders led by 4. Darian Williams gets into the post, sinks the hook shot. Next Red Raiders possession, Williams just pulls off an identical move. Hey, if it's working, why not? He had a team-high 23. Texas Tech led by 9 with under 3 minutes to go, but the number 1 seed Gators refuse to go away. Walter Clayton Jr. over to Thomas Houck. His triple cuts the lead to 6. Next Gators possession. Houck from deep again makes it a 3-point game. Houck with 4 triples and 20 points off the bench. Next possession for Florida. Clayton Jr. knocking down the step-back 3 to tie the game. Then after Texas Tech went up by 2, Clayton Jr. drains a fadeaway from beyond the arc.
Walks out there.
Oh my gosh. Part of a game-high 30 points. Under so much pressure there, Gators take the lead with 3s on 4 straight possessions. Not even 20 seconds left. Williams with a chance to tie it, but that was off. Florida ends the game on an 18-4 run. They're off to their first Final Four since 2014. So a pair of number 1 seeds in Duke and Florida punch their ticket to the Final Four. This is Duke's 18th Final Four in school history, breaking a tie with Kentucky for the 3rd most by any program in tournament history.
March Madness NCAA tournament, and Houston was in action. Another 1 seed. Could they get to the Final Four?
Yeah, well, all 4 have a chance. Maybe they should change the name, though, of this tournament from March Madness to just the March Tournament, because we're not seeing any upsets. Only 4 upsets this season compared to, like, roughly 9 in the last 40 years, each and every campaign. But, okay, we'll take a year where we get all 4 number 1s to the Final Four once in a while. Michigan State taking on Auburn. Jani Broome coming off a 22-point, 16-rebound performance. Finishes with a strong slam there. That gave him 22 in the game. His parents loving it. Later, Broome goes for the block, lands awkwardly on that right elbow. Take another look. He stays down for a few minutes. And while walking to the bench, he appears to say, "I'm done." The big man would head to the room, but a few minutes later, Broome comes back to the game, checks into a standing ovation, and a few plays into his return. Oh, he's going to make an impact, right?
On the baseline, off the deflection, keep it moving for Kelly. Back for Broome. Got a 3! Wow! A miracle in Atlanta.
Yeah, the elbow looks good. Broome drains a 3 on his first attempt back from the injury. He finished with 25 points, 14 boards for his 5th career tournament double-double, tying Shaquille O'Neal and Jeff Moore for the most by a SEC player. Auburn moves on to the Final Four for the first time in 6 years.
And it's about everybody. We all share it. And fans in all college basketball. It was the Willis Reed moment. Flat out was the Willis Reed moment. But then he comes out there, he bangs the 3-ball, and the whole place went absolutely crazy. You know where we're going, Tracy?
You're going to the Final
Four! To the Final Four!
Tennessee, Houston. First, let's flash back to Friday. Houston taking out Purdue. Game tied. Milos Uzan lays it in with just 0.8 left on the clock. The Cougars barely avoid the upset, punching their ticket to the Elite Eight. Let's go to Sunday. First half. Cougars up 13. Terrence Arsenault gets the step-back tray to drop. Houston jumps out to a 16-point lead and not letting up.
Ziegler races up ahead with sharp back. Ziegler rejected by Wilson. Another block for the Houston defense. That's their third.
Ziegler talking with Wilson, too. I don't know what they're talking about.
Arsenault. He's had the hot hand.
He certainly did. A massive block on one end leads to another bucket for Arsenault. Tennessee was held to just 15 points in the first half. The fewest by a top 2 seed in tournament history. Second half, Houston still up 16. Juwan Roberts gets it to go, plus the harm. He had 9 points in 16 minutes. Under 5 to go now. Now an 11-point game. Emmanuel Sharp. Yes, sir. Houston sends Tennessee packing. They're off to the Final Four, where they'll face Duke and Cooper Flagg.
You know, it's all about the journey to me. You know, we started the first week in June. Our guys out there running 100-yard dashes on the baseball field at 6:30 when nobody was around. But, you know, we always talk about prepare for the moments when nobody's around, for the moments when everybody is. And now everybody knows about Houston basketball. I'm proud of our culture, proud of our past players, proud of our current players, just proud of our program. We represent an awesome city and an awesome university, and couldn't be more proud.
So a pair of one seeds in Duke and Florida have punched their ticket to the Final Four. This is the first time, well, all of the one seeds have punched their ticket to the Final Four. They've won 17 straight games. Houston, longest active winning streak in Division I this season.